away.
Thank you so much. Here we go. Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. I mean, for the most part, our series we've casted throughout the course of the weekend, I mean, like 3-0, just someone gets slapped.
Yeah.
This has potential to be great because you talk about the hardpoint win streak, probably the top 2 teams in hardpoint. Search and Destroy, you got the top 2 players, Drazah and Huke. When you talk about overall KD, there's a lot to digest here. I think we're going to war.
I mean, I hope so. Or, I mean, you never know between these two teams, but we just saw this online. It was 3-1 to OpTic. Some close games. The one map that, LA Thieves were able to take was that Expo control in a pretty dominant fashion by Octane. He was like 30-13.
Yeah.
The one map that did change from this is this HyDra hardpoint that we are loading into. That series, they played Hotel. OpTic, they took that one. So LA Thieves, they're opted in with this HyDra.
I mean, if you talk about 2 teams that want to take the water routes and just be annoying, I mean, you look at Envoy, you look at Shotzzy. I mean, this is going to be who can keep track of who and get the big breaks when they need to, because neither are great when it comes to rotation percentage, as you see there. Last 2 in the league, but they will break you.
Yeah, no, they absolutely will. Can OpTic, can they get that hard point map win streak record? What, they've tied it, right? 11?
Yep.
Winner of this, though, it's our winner's final. Winner of this, right to the final later on today.
An absolutely wild here, and the shotgun is out from Envoy. He's going to take out Dashy. A flurry of kills from Shotzzy then, but team kill comes through to knock him out of the action. Beautiful shots there from Big Ken, though. But inside the hard point for now, it'll be OpTic Texas. And Joe, this is, I don't know. I don't know which one I have tagged. It's like, whew. God, okay, Kenny is shooting nukes right now. My guy is locked. But you feel like this 1 and 3, and that's 1 and 3 are really big for Thieves.
Oh, no, they are. I mean, you have Mercado hardpoint, and right, OpTic, that's just where, that's been their bread and butters. But we'll see. So far, so good for LA Thieves. They're trying to find Shotzzy, able to do it on that rotation. They flipped the spawns. Kenny with a great life to start off the map. A little bit of a lead. And now we talked about the break percentage. I think they're going to need a big break here. And Huke, he has just been on another level. Able to pick up that kill as Envoy was going to spawn out. And there is the break. That is a clean 4 dead for LA Thieves.
Absolutely beautiful in from Texas. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of breaks here. Maybe who's going to be able to get the insane hold? I'm going to be the last one up, as it's another trifecta up for Texas as they rip 3 out of it. Envoy to his right, to his left, dropping 1. Getting a player into the point for these final 20 seconds. You'll see the 2 rotating on the other side of it. It's going to be Octane and Drazah that are trying to get locked. Drazah was so good yesterday in spots on this map. We'll see what he's going to be able to do here. Still popping off.
Yeah, it's still, I mean, a little bit, both teams kind of trading the hill time there at P2. So you have this 20-second lead. Drazah now trying to stay alive, play his life. But you can see what that does for the setup. Nobody on the hill right now for OpTic, as they're just trying to cut off this rotation from the rest of LA Thieves. And with Drazah staying alive, he is just wasting time. Nobody has been in the hill for 15 seconds. And now one player sneaks on up through water. That's going to be Envoy. So another kill to keep OpTic off the hill. It has been a scrappy one here at P3. Finally, full control for OpTic.
Yeah, we've got like as much time off the clock as we do points in the game right now. I mean, or at least close. You're a minute off the clock already. Just so much contested or just no one in the hard point for these big moments. Flurry of kills through, that'll be 4 down. So Thieves able to go big, they'll get into the point. Spawns they come in the backside, and you see the 2 players already pushed out for Thieves. 2 and 3 on the minimap. That'll be Drazah and Ken this time, fanning out, trying to get set up.
Yeah, that's the scary part though. Okay, one player does spawn all the way out, but you have the rotation here
time,
over to P4. And I think that's just a good job by LA Thieves. I mean, you lose that rotation to P3, but you had Drazah staying alive. Envoy was able to find a kill. They kept that very messy to keep this lead. But Shotzzy, this guy's, I'm pretty sure, like part dolphin. I don't really know, just flying up. So he's able to find 1 kill. But 2 traded back for LA Thieves. Can the break come in? Drazah with the drop shot. Beautiful play there to stay alive.
Just kind of lost him, right? We've all been there. You just drop down. Kind of with the iron sight, just lose them a bit, and Drazah. A big win, that's led to Kenny going off. He's at 7 and 7, but a couple of big kills there. They're still in the point. Lead now up to 40 or so. Time dwindling on the hard point, 20 or so seconds left to work with. Shotzzy tries to flow forward, not going to happen. Kenny and Octane are there to shut that down. About to eclipse the 100-point mark, and yeah, where it was a little bit messy at some of the hard points, no one really be able to get a foothold. There you do a great job if you're Thieves. That's a big chunk of time.
And that just starts with Drazah's play. I mean, it's a 2 for 2 on the rotation, and they're able to lock it down for the rest of the time. You have them spawning out front, and yeah, OpTic just not able to get that break with how great of break teams they are. Just who's going to find that hold? Maybe that was one of them, but now it's LA Thieves' turn. Can they get in this hill? There's one on board with the Octane, who has just been in such good form. The bait and the switch with Envoy, and they are on the hill. Again, just trying to keep it messy, and Drazah, he's behind enemy lines, able to find 2.
You still got the numbers here. If you are Thieves, back into the point goes Envoy. Kenny finding kills on outskirts. He's traded out. Now the battle inside the point. It's a messy one, and Shotzzy's able to pop in 8-2. The third not going to happen, though, is Octane will win it, but with 20 seconds left to the point, now you're thinking of your threes. We spawned up. How much do we want to send at this? Do we start worrying about the rotation? And it looks like they had kind of 2 push at it. Maybe starting to push through, but as they win the fight on the point, gonna grab these final 10 seconds.
Yeah, I think they know they already lost rotation over towards Dome side, so it's kind of like, screw it, let's get this 20 seconds.
And the new hard point's close, right? It's not like a hike across the map.
Yeah, it's just how they want to fight for this, but, you know, through everything, first rotation, 70-point lead for LA Thieves. I still just look back at, you know, P3 and P4, the difference makers throughout that one. Shotzzy, though, trying to find the rotation. He's got the Vaz, he's going to have the help, but Dashy, that is going to be 3 dead. So an opportunity here for OpTic to chain 2 hills together. You have P1 control, you have spawns for P2, to get them right back into the game.
And this is just fun, man. 2 teams just battling. You heard Octane in the interview where he was what? I think he went on the Scump watch party, just sort of like, this is the best form we've seen a team in, how Texas is playing. I'm just excited to get on land, just the competitor in me, and battle it out, and they're doing exactly that.
Yeah, just the way they've been playing online. He's like, we've been playing them close, but yeah, they have the edge right now. As Kenny able to find 2, he hits the water route through the middle of the map. LA Thieves trying to push forward. They want pressure on Dome, but just not going to happen. As OpTic, they have just held map control this entire time.
They've been able to get him out of the point, though, at times, at least on the tail end of that, so they'll maintain a bit of this lead. But it's OpTic Texas that need to find some time. They've only got 90 points within this game. They've got the next setup here. What kind of hold can we get? Let's go to listen in right now with OpTic Texas.
There's 2 left at least, 2 left at least. I'm gonna spawn out front P3. I spawn out
Yo, top props to me. Top props. Yo, what's top doing? What's top doing?
Someone cancel, I can kill cancel.
Yeah, what's top doing?
Try and help me. I got one. I'm on back turn.
Alright, nice.
Yo, I have these guys cut. I have these guys cut. I'm cutting Q.
Side door. They might spawn in the back on you.
Yeah, they're spawning in the back, I'm pretty sure.
What's one Q on dead?
Yeah, they spawn in
The
the
rest are in the back, the rest are in the back.
War on me.
I'm stunning over you in. I need you.
You really get back, really get.
I'm gonna pressure this.
Watch out.
We can pressure this. I got him in the back.
There's one out, P5.
Yeah, they spawned out.
I'm gonna take a longer left here. You stand up.
One guy's one shot bottom new.
Yeah, I'm ironing window. Window dead.
Actually,
Nice. That wasn't my assist, that was not my assist.
Spawn all that thing.
Yeah, one. Yeah,
Yeah, he definitely spawned all.
bottom new, really weak Octane.
Oh, yeah,
He spawned
all the
in
way
new.
around.
Drazah might have spawned old. That's it.
Went all the way around.
Okay. I spawned all the way out. Alright, yeah.
Just
let's have a
ironing
good
up in
break.
the water.
Let's have a good break.
Yeah, we're good.
Yep, take our time.
What's cutting middle? What's cutting middle?
one
One
is
shot.
back
Drazah. He's going P1. One P1 hut. In the P1 hut.
Yo,
back
top window and then on time.
Yeah,
Top
what's
window and on time.
Hut, one shot Drazah, and then plat. Hut,
And top window and on
Hut,
time.
plat.
Top window and time.
What's it?
In hut dead. In hut
Alright,
dead.
one guy's plat, one guy's plat.
Yeah, plot on me. Plot. One's plot.
Yeah, pop.
Send your plat, send your plat.
Native plat.
Front left corner.
I'm absolutely.
Left side, copy corner, lane out.
Pipes dead.
Nice, I'm with you. We can break this together, bro.
Front to the left of it.
Yeah.
Probably right side.
Dead on time.
I think you really heard how valuable Ghosty is to this team in moments. I think a couple are spawning in the back, but they sure as hell were. I think Drazah is going to be the only one that spawned out. Oh, yes, he absolutely was. Just little things like that wasn't my assist, so there's another one there. Just a lot of great comms there from Ghosty.
Well, I mean, he's talking a lot because, I mean, honestly, the guys on his team, they don't need to talk very often, right? It just feels like when Huke and Shotzzy are kind of in their zone, they don't talk very often. You can't really blame them. It's just the way it is. But, yeah, they got it back into the game, P1, P2. But a nice hold there for LA Thieves at P3 to hold this lead right around 30 seconds. Drazah playing his life in the back, just being annoying for OpTic because they're trying to get on this B4 hill. But Drazah continues to find kills. The snake was very close. The trophy's gonna get taken out, but quickly you have the pinch because Drazah just bought so much time for his team.
Yeah, and he even got Shotzzy weak, and then the push just comes through. Envoy drops 2. Kenny there with him as well. That'll be 3 out of the picture. 1 still remain. That's going to be Shotzzy on the deep route. So now similar to what Drazah was doing. How annoying can you be? The pinch comes in perfectly with Ghosty. You rip 3 out of it. Octane still just waiting. Drazah again working to the back. Deficit down to 20. Lovely shots from Shotzzy. Nearly able to put another one to sleep.
Yeah, in the rest of LA Thieves, there's kind of a 2-2 split on those spawns. They spawn P5. They're thinking about this rotation, finding those early kills, but with the rest of this time, it's basically going to be a tie game. Much better here on this, second set of hills for OpTic.
And I think maybe if you're OpTic right now, you feel pretty good that you're basically in a tie game, considering how absurd Huke has been. He's 12-21 right now, so not really been in that takeover mode he has, but you're still fighting. And that's what stood out with their hard point, though. When someone's having an off map, when they're getting outslayed, they're still in games, they're still winning games.
Oh, no doubt about it. Yeah, and it can be tough for sub players on this map, right? You have to take a lot of those water routes, the ARs, they have all the power positions. As Drazah and Octane. Envoy able to find 3, but there's one more player again, and that is Shotzzy. Getting them out of the hill, able to find a second one, and with that, it is going to be 3 dead. That is all Shotzzy. With that time, LA Thieves would have been close to winning this game.
And I think that was pretty similar to the last hard point, too. Like, Shotzzy, last guy, gets 2, Ghosty follows up with 1, and suddenly you flip the situation on its head. But now right back into the fray goes Thieves. They go 2 for 2 as Dashy's able to win a couple. But OpTic still battling, keeping it tight. Within 15 points in this one. Next hard point, ready to pop. They're able to pick the one OpTic player out of it. Thieves looking to get set up, keeping them at bay as Envoy. He's in a big position here. How long can he delay them? What kind of kills can he get? Able to pick up one, just trying to scurry away, but not able to do it.
And yes, it's a lot of focus on the rotation, but LA Thieves could play this around sort of this hill time, right? You'd force them to get a little bit more aggressive, have to get them out of that hill. 90 seconds left on that game clock. Is Drazah just holding down bridge, but it feels like Shotzzy really starting to get heated up. Him and Ghosty leading the way for OpTic. They're gonna get on this time, and this is what we saw on the second set of hills. The P1 and the P2. LA Thieves are gonna need a big break in all map control due to this man is going over to OpTic.
They're making the run now, looking for the lead change. Nice little nade there from Octane. We'll get him out of the point, at least for now. Kenny surging on forward as well. What can Dashy do at range? With the best aim in the game, just not giving it a chance to win it. Multiple players spawning out deep. The big one going to be maybe Envoy. He's got a hike across the map. At number 7 and Dashy, give me the same thing. You're trekking across, another spawn out. Coming in for Thieves, that is Kenny. So you've got to go. You've got numbers here towards the point if you're Texas for now. There are 2 playing deep, 3rd player rallying in. You find all the kills. On mid-rotation, you're in a great spot right here, down 10 if you are Texas.
Yeah, it's about a second difference as well. OpTic, they can win on this hill, so LA Thieves, they have to go. And I was worried because there were a couple of players spawning out for both teams. It was basically a 2 versus 2 on the hill. OpTic, they took their time, able to find all the LA Thieves players on rotation, but a big break here needed for LA Thieves. Here they go through the back. As Ghosty knows the pressure is going to be there. Now, it's not going to come down to this. Neither team can win on this hill, and on rotation, you had Envoy who spawns out. So he's going to try to play his life, but OpTic, they said, we're going to try and trap you in the back, find all of this scrap time.
Yeah, he was kind of in a position, it's like, I think he was certain to. I go and I pinch the hard point, I just go ahead and rotate. OpTic get the rotation on. You're going to get just over the 240 mark right now if you are Texas. You are set up now. We talk about these teams on this map. Not the best at rotations, but fantastic at breaking. Can Texas get the break? Kenny wants no part of it. Continues to dance with disaster here at, as he gets 2, but look at the spawn in the back. They're able to get the kill on to Drazah. They're going to pop in the back. I'm not sure if he was just a little bit too far forward or what the case may be.
No, who killed him?
You've got the closer kills now. Closer spawns. If you are Texas, you've got in. 7 points needed, Joe.
Huke won the one-on-one versus Drazah. That immediately opened up the spawn for OpTic, and as you said, now it is just craziness on P3. 6 seconds needed for OpTic, but LA Thieves win the gunfights. Envoy and Drazah on the hill now. We talk about the 2 best hardpoint teams in the world. We're kicking off Championship Sunday with a banger.
244, 244. Spawning out as OpTic, and they've got to go. Just seconds to get there. Can they get the touch? Not gonna happen. 250 up, Thieves. Striking first. Woo! The streak is done.
That is one way to get today started. What a map between these 2 juggernauts. Just so many little moments. I thought with Huke winning that gunfight versus Drazah there at the end, that was going to be it. Those close spawns popped up.
Yeah, my eyes just weren't there on the mini-map because I know I was watching Seattle the other day and I saw, like, even when Lamar alive, like, you'll sometimes get that spawn there, but
yeah.
They get a big pick, they get the spawns, the madness ensues, and what? This was the pick from Thieves instead of which map in the last one? Instead of Hotel. Well, Works out, 1 up.
Yeah, now 7-0 since stage 3 on this map, but the streak, sometimes they have to come to an end as we look at the scoreboard. I mean, just a battle between these two teams. Everyone putting up numbers. Ghosty with 4,500 damage or close to it. Or we're going to take a look at the last minute or so on this game. It's our scuff play of the game. But yeah, on this rotation, Envoy just says, you know what? I'm going to rotate. We're going to lock this down. They're one of the best P3 teams with what we've seen this weekend. But watch number 8 at the bottom of the mini-map. Huke is really the one who makes this a little bit crazy. Because you have everything going right if you're LA Thieves, right? Kenny jumps out, finds 2 kills. You're thinking this could be clean, a clean hold with all map control. But that bottom gunfight, bang. As soon as those 2 players spawn up, it's right where they want them to be. And you're thinking this is going to be OpTic. They're going to close it out.
And Drazah had the read too. Like he picks it up at the perfect time. He just gets gunned.
Who was it? Drazah again off a spawn. Him and Envoy making plays on the hill. Kenny with the water routes. And now with P3, as soon as you leave the Mack spawn, boom. LA Thieves get those spawns. And and that's just the way this map can work. This hill can work specifically.
That Mack spawn's so sensitive too. I just feel like, once it gets going, man, you're getting multi-kills into skirmish on the point. Like you're popping everywhere.
And that's why you saw both of our teams on P2, P3 sort of not always on the hill, respecting each other's position on the map and making sure they had map control.
Well, that's why we were down to, what, like a minute or so on the play clock at one point. Like, not often will it maybe come down to the clock. Doesn't quite here, but, well, you see the reaction there. And it's just one of those things now where if you're OpTic, you know, you've been on this crazy stretch. You've won so many hard points. You know it's their pick, but you're still probably a little frustrated. Like, all right, the streak's dead, but time to bounce back, and maybe we can do it here in Search. And this is where they've been terrific.
Oh, they absolutely have, especially this map. They 6-1 to LA Thieves just a couple of weeks ago. One of their best Search and Destroy maps. And you talked about maybe, you know, the two leading the way in Search and Destroy this weekend, Drazah and Huke. I'm thinking if you want a bounce back map from that man, it's on this map. We've seen so many plays out of him here.
Yeah, and I don't think Huke's the reason you lost the map by any stretch. That's a good map.
That was a great call.
That was fantastic. It's one of those things, like expectations lately for him are so nuts because he's just been otherworldly. I mean, his stats have been absolutely ludicrous. But we're gonna take a look at the Monster Energy pregame. This is what we are looking at here. And you take a look at the Fortress Search and Destroy. That is their home. Best first blood percentage in the CDL. Won it 4 times in a row, as you said. Ghosty and Huke build off a dominant win versus New York. They have been so good. But I love the listening, man, with Ghosty. Just like every like important bit of information, where they might be spawning, who they might be missing. It's got to be exhausting. But I asked him, he said it's not a lot exhausting, but he was on it.
Oh, it's exhausting, but we're going to take a look at LA Thieves this time with our Monster Energy pregame to see what we got for them. Oh, that is coming next. Sorry, I got ahead of myself.
We're getting there. We're getting there. We're twisted, dude. We're having fun, man.
There we go. That's my matchup. No, absolutely is. But must convert first bloods. Better this time on Fortress Search and Destroy. They had 4 first bloods. But they lost those rounds. They lost 1-6, then repeat your Expo Control dominant win from qualifiers. Octane, he was that guy, as I said. They beat OpTic 3-0 on it.
Well, yeah, when we looked at this, we were thinking Thieves need to win 1 and 3. OpTic 2 and 4, we're going 5. That's how it would look. That's how it looked. It doesn't always play off that way, but that were our thoughts. You know, the first step of that done.
LA Thieves, you know, between these two teams, they played 4 times. I think it's 2-2 series, but OpTic, they've dominated sort of hardpoint Search and Destroy, but the control 4-0 for LA Thieves in this matchup. But before we get there, we're headed to Fortress Search and Destroy. And as we said, it has been, well, OpTic's playground 8-4. But with Ghosty, a much different beast.
And it's one of those things too, though, like if you're OpTic, and not that you're a young team, you're a relatively new team. You know, you've been so good in hard points. You're starting all these series up, right? Like you're starting every series up 1-0. Is it a big deal? Like you just kind of go in a hole early and you're looking to rebound?
I don't think it's a big deal at all. Like as good as their, you know, hard point has been, Search has been right behind it.
True.
It's been right there.
That's why they've been so scary. They've just been so good in 4 out of the 5 modes, and they get going quickly into this one. Ghosty, Shotzzy, locating the kills. Drazah has been a hero, but now he's in a 1 versus 4 as Texas picked them apart. Hipfire hits a bullet, but that'll be it. And, well, yeah, not worried about the map 1. Come in, kick him in the forehead here in the round 1.
Well, you even saw, like, the second half of the game, you know, just it felt like they were getting more warmed up. The shots were starting to hit.
Because they went down, like, what, 70-ish? Somewhere?
70, 80 points.
Yeah.
So the Thieves had that hot start, but it felt like, you know, second half, their guns were getting warmed up.
Let's see if Thieves can maybe change up going into this round 2. Clean and dominant there from OpTic in the round 1. I mean, you get a kill from everybody. Fantastic start.
You love a good little team, Ace. Envoy just trying to sneak outside of these doors. Drazah very aggressive with LA Thieves. Just pushing right into Fortress as they're able to find a couple of kills. Now it's a 2-on-3 as Dashy's able to take down Octane. I don't know where Ghosty is just yet, and Dashy's able to find another one. They're trying to hunt him down, they do. But where is Ghosty? Envoy says, hello, that's a free kill, I'll take it.
Yeah, he goes to maybe get the trade, and he's right in behind. A 1-1 now. His team's kind of feeling each other out here in the early going. But yeah, that's about as free as he's going to get. Envoy's like, hello there, Ghosty.
They're just very aggressive, right in art, LA Thieves. They just go right through the bottom. You saw Kenny, you saw Envoy. They were able to open that up. Sorry, Drazah. Get that first blood and play behind it. And that's one of those things, you know, you just played online. They've been studying the VOD. This is all about sort of your preparation, trying to hard counter as much as possible.
With the way Scrapz are going, the way this OpTic team has been playing, I mean, if you're Thieves, you're thinking this is who we're playing. This is who we got to get past. 100%. Wonderful opening. Again from Thieves, just picking them apart. The first round success, a thing of the distant past at this point, but Ghosty, a chance if he can get away. The read is there, but the pinch is in, nowhere to go. Just stuck between a rock and a hard place and can't get out.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's just 4 LA Thieves players alive. Yeah, he's able to take down 2.
That's a 1v3, maybe.
Yeah, they trapped him in. He knew it. They were waiting for Drazah to work that pinch. But it starts with that first blood. Shotzzy just jumping in that top window. Drazah, yeah, he knows he's going to do that a couple of times a map.
Yeah. A 2-1 now to Thieves. 0-3 start from Octane, but the rest of the team stepping it up big time. Dashy and Ghosty leading the way on the other side of it. He gets eyes on one for a second. Try to take that fight, but it's a double chow in. Double chow, and he gets both pretty weak. Tags into either player.
I mean, just look at this. Just how quick they know.
Everything hidden.
The early setups there for OpTic, kind of where they want to take it. Yeah, they take this fight. All right, then watch the top windows. Get those nades and stuns ready. So they're up in a 4 versus 2. Envoy going to have to dodge the nade, and he does. Octane now on the board. And just like that, it's a 1 versus 4 for Huke.
Saw Ghosty take a few steps towards a miracle. What does Huke have in his bag? Not able to finish it. Drazah with the rechow, and Huke will go down after the good start from OpTic. 3 straight. Now from Thieves.
And that's just Kenny and Drazah. They were doing it on, you know, the first defensive round. They took an early fight. They did it right again. This time on a Dashy.
And, like, do you feel like this game, too, is the difference between whether this goes 5 or could be a 3-0 just because the Expo, or not putting that much stock in the Expo?
I'm not doing, I don't know, you know, I'm just going to, I'm going to enjoy this. Who knows? One map at a time, Maven. One round at a time.
Well, I just mean the control's been the one, like, kind of constant for Thieves. I feel like Texas got to be feeling the pressure a little bit within this map, too. 5 in a row for Drazah. So we talked about that, like Drazah and Huke being kind of top 2 in search and destroy. Drazah bringing the noise right now, just waiting for Huke to get rowdy. And there you go. The first blood now from Huke. Shotzzy involved in the action. And just like that, flip the switch. Texas starting to light it up as Ghosty wins his one-on-one, and everybody gets gunned to sleep. Huke with 2 in the round, and maybe that's what you need, because just get Huke rolling. Like, that is a guy, I don't know, man. When he gets in his bag, borders are unstoppable. Just got to reach in there and get going.
Well, they just slowing it down. Just not. I mean, you can see the way LA Thieves want to play this. It's quick first bloods, just taking it to them, and you know, Huke even pulling out attack there, just holding an angle. Just force it. If they want to take gunfights, all right, slow down, play together, take those team shots. That's exactly what that round was.
Here's the footsteps all over the place beneath him. Daddy now popped. Can Huke find the opening? It's going to be Envoy with the first blood via the nade. Eyes on the one. Players dropping all over the place. Tough gunfight now. We'll see if the nade can hit. Not going to happen. The shot's on through. But flank maybe comes in as well. And a quick and control one there from Thieves, up 4-2.
Yeah, I mean, it's just these early deaths for OpTic on offense. That's really it. I mean, just nice shots here from Envoy, but they're taking it to him. On their defensive rounds, it's impressive. You have to give props to LA Thieves. We'll see what opts to do next offensive round to try to deal with that counter. Maybe just play a little bit back. Maybe just go for a quick sort of A plant we've seen in the past.
A big round here for OpTic Texas. Try and keep this within a round and avoid that 5-2 hole.
So you can see the way LA Thieves are playing this. This time you have Octane all the way back forklift watching. In case there's a flank coming in, the rest of the team gonna try to work this a bomb. There we go. Nice peek from Shotzzy. Able to find that first blood. And things now gonna slow down, but Kenny does find Huke.
Yeah, this reminds me of like early Fortress, just a stalemate at the double doors. Bomb planted 3 versus 3. Ghosty, Shotzzy, Dashy, in desperate need of a play. Shotzzy had the opener, just gets away. Kenny thought he had one.
Yeah, talk about an off angle right there from Kenny. I like that spot a lot. Just doesn't have the crossfire. Now the double chow coming in. The team chow is in, but Dashy.
No.
Detective himself takes down his teammate. Now it's a 1 versus 2 for Dashy. Can he make up for it?
Not a ton of time. 20 seconds to go. Daddy about to run out. Hoped he could find one. Not going to happen, and not going to win that gunfight in the back versus Octane. The team kill, I mean, it's an unfortunate little sequence there where you're both just trying to double chow, but...
Well, Shotzzy's weak still from Kenny, probably. That might just be one bullet. Might just be one bullet in the back of the head.
Yeah.
Sometimes that happens. You can see the way, again,
I mean, that's a beautiful double chow. It's just unfortunate.
Yeah, the way OpTic played their defense the last couple rounds, a lot of players with their tax out, so... Yeah, taking the same route, taking that same chow. We'll see now what they opt to do on offense. Just the way LA Thieves have been looking.
Drazah still just brilliant in search and destroy. 7-2 currently. Can Thieves close it out 6-2. Been pretty commanding and efficient with those first bloods, and there's another one. Drazah gets it, Kenny follows it up, then Dashy with a lovely double gives him a chance, but suddenly he's in another 1 versus 2. It happens so damn quickly. Now he's waiting for the information for the players.
It's Kenny and Drazah. They're just they're seeing what's open, finding info. They're just hitting it. They just hit right through art, right through side stairs. I mean, luckily Dashy was there for the cleanup, so he has a chance in a 1 versus 2, but bomb is down. See if he can keep this map alive, or LA Thieves gonna go up 2-0.
Listen, this guy has some of the more impressive search and destroy plays ever, but in trouble now especially. Gets ripped down to 26 HP, 35 seconds on the clock. I think he worked
this well, though. They don't know he crossed back.
Can he get a freebie? Yes, he can. There's one. 1 versus 1 now, 30 seconds to go for Dash.
Best thing for him as well. Daddy resets on that kill. It was just about to run out.
Octane. Dashy. Oh my sweet child of mine. He's gonna hear him. He's gonna hear him right as the Daddy runs out. Octane just perfectly tucked behind the truck. It's a dramatic affair there in the final round, but OpTic thus far stunned.
Honestly, the way Dashy played that, it almost felt like maybe a teammate saw something. Like, when you're spectating, you see something right through that truck. I thought he was spotted.
Yeah, like he saw a foot or a shadow or something, right?
What a read, but
I'd love to hear the comms there if it was like, never mind, I'm tripping type thing, or if, unbelievable. Thieves, they take the first 2, up 2-0, and they're going into a mode where that'd be the one spot they've really had the advantage in this matchup, the control. So now if you are Texas, you are a relatively new and surging team. You are hitting peak form, but now you are tested harder than you have been really since the final, or maybe the loss to London.
Major.
The loss to London, yeah, since the last major, we had to make that run, and you're in that final.
Well, they beat London. It wasn't a loss. It was
Still a big test, though, I think. Just like you were close to maybe losing that one, but this, down 0-2, it's a massive test. They got to dig deep.
You know, see what they get started. As you said, headed to that Expo control, and you know, maybe LA Thieves fans who are a little bit worried seeing Fortress Search and Destroy popping up again after just getting 6-1s. But this is just a team, again, it comes down to that preparation. I mean, just felt like on defense, okay, where are we going to find the first blood? And then they knew exactly what OpTic wanted to do. They played so aggressive through art, and that's just a lot of props to Kenny and Drazah. Those two were fun to watch.
Well, that's why we've always been pretty confident Thieves are going to get there eventually. Just talking to their coaching staff, they put in a ton of time. Yeah. They steadily improve over the course of the year, and they get to a spot they're a terrifying force. Right now, they are exactly that, up 2-0 within this series.
Not done yet.
But OpTic Texas, yeah, exactly. We are not done yet. Looking to bounce back with the reverse sweep. It's all going to start on the Expo coming up after this break.
Call of Duty League is presented by the GMC Hummer EV Pickup, the world's first all-electric super truck. And upgrade your game with a Scuff, the official controller of the CDL.
We are back. Thieves in control currently. You know, I joked with Ken in the pregame interview. I said, you know, OpTic fans have had you on wanted posters for years because, I don't know, him and Octane have just led to so many issues for this team. But here we go. We're going to take a look at the comms from the OpTic roster.
Yeah, this is the comms from that last search and destroy round.
There's two here. Where's Bob now?
He's behind you. Nice try, bro.
All good.
Nice try, nice
Where
try.
was he?
He was P1.
It's P1.
Yeah.
He was P1?
Yeah.
Pretty.
And we are back. What do you think, Joe?
Yeah, I mean, I was just curious, you know, if they heard, like, you know, maybe someone saw him, but it was just a good, nice read by Dashy, and they were just like, I don't know, where was he? Where was he? He was P1, so probably just a little bit of a frustrating round for OpTic, but hey, what can you do?
Well, game is ready, and we're going to get ready to go to the map 3. Yeah, we were just kind of curious, like, how that played out, because
No,
was it instinct? Was it
felt
somebody
like you saw him, yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think anybody that's played ranked or just played anything, whether it's a multiplayer, Warzone, whatever, like there are those times you're getting spectated, your eyes are on your reticle, like ready for the gunfight, and somebody says like, "Oh, off to your left," and I didn't see him at all. Like we've been there, so yeah, it kind of looked like that situation, but nah, just a tough one there for Dash. A look at Octane and what a monster of the mode he has been. His control ranks during stage 4. KD first. That's a big one to stand out. Now, I know he maybe not leading the way in the others, but when this guy gets to his power spots, when he can be the human turret, good luck.
Well, also when you're playing maps like this, I mean, this is where your attacks are gonna, have a much better time on a map like Expo rather than, something like Fortress. So, as we said, when these two matched up before on this map, it was a 3-0. We talked about all the adjustments LA Thieves have made. Can OpTic show us something now with their adjustments prepping for this major?
I mean, I gotta think, like, if you're OpTic and you want to win this event, and you're thinking, what, Thieves probably the biggest competition coming in, control would be something you're working on, something you're trying to go to battle with them. Well, let's see what they're going to be able to do. A couple of picks, though, for the other side of his Thieves that are finding the kills currently. Draws, lovely shots in the cross.
Yeah, able to at least find one tick over towards A, but now LA Thieves with complete map control. Just where do OpTic want to go from this? You have Drazah just blocking that top A spawn. The rest of LA Thieves defending B. A couple of players trying to work through secret for OpTic. One is going to get taken down. But Kenny just playing his life with his FaZe. Deddy popped, able to get that reset.
Still relatively close in the lives department here, just trying to collapse on forward. YY Lord just soaring and flying. Deddy going to run out though. So
I don't know what this guy is. That's what he's thinking. He's trying to give his comms to his teammates. Knows that Shotzzy is nearby.
I lost him.
Yeah, somehow it wraps all the way through. All right, we're going to finally have the gunfight and Kenny able to take him down. One of his teammates were trying to work A, but he gets cleaned up. So now just with 20 seconds left, you only have one tick. You don't even have a zone complete. OpTic, they got to find something here soon.
Octane's like, where'd I get shot from? He's just like slow peeking back around the edge. There you go, 3 through for Texas now. 10 seconds on the clock, but onto the point. Looking for that minute extension. Just a 1 bit of progress on A. There goes your first on to B. The retake now starting to come in for Thieves as they're grouping up around the point. And it looks like they're just trying to trap them in. Maybe they're just going to let them get this, try to trap them in, and maybe get as much of a kills advantage as you can. I thought the 3 players were really trying to set up a retake for a second. Yeah. But Envoy's kind of got set up in the back street. The others trying to trap him in. And I think he stopped shooting there for a second to view Shotzzy.
If you had more of a life advantage, you'd probably play a little bit safer if you were LA Thieves, but I thought they were going to go for it.
They were up like 1 or something.
Only up 1. That was pretty much it. A teammate does come in, but nobody blocking top A, so that's going to allow OpTic start to work this way. 13 versus 11. The big thing for them, though, 40 seconds.
Kind of tags into either opponent there, and now Dashy looking to chow again. Knows he's gonna have 2 to deal with here. Can he take 1 out of the mix? His teammates go huge.
3 dead.
3 gonna be dead. Shotzzy, I want him to go cannonball right into the pool, but he's gonna cut it out to Spa, and the kills are flowing. Onto the point we go. You've got 2 stacked on it for now. Second bit of progress done. 24 seconds and the clock is stopped. Surging forward now is Thieves. Looking for an opening. Are they going to find it? Just about to be done. Last player to deal with this, just contesting for now. Trying to get in, but will get dropped. But on the other side of it, Octane pushes through. And with a centimeter needed, they can't quite close it out.
Still a chance though for OpTic. Still a chance. Ghosty's able to find that first pick. You have 2 players on the zone. If you're LADs, who okay through vending, able to take down 1. 3 versus 3. 5 seconds remaining.
They're on it. They stop the clock for now. We'll stay at 5.4. These gunfights so big, and a 3 versus 3. Kenny gets across. Kenny wins a gunfight. Shotzzy next up, bumps into a teammate, still able to win it. Just on Big Ken, he will drop. Texas take the round. Trophies murdering people. I'm not sure,
bro. If his teammate loses this gunfight, they would have lost. He dies here. If Kenny wins that, he wins the round because Huke blew up to a trophy. What a win for Dashy. What a round. What a comeback on offense. And I thought after Shotzzy, you know, they didn't 3-stack it, right? LADs were able to hold on because Drazah on that, 4 down was at least able to find a pick. If that was a 3-stack, that was done much quicker. But you saw Shotzzy just trying to back up, trying to get back to A. That's when he got caught.
whatever, they won the round.
Doesn't really matter. Wow.
They needed that in an 0-2 hole in the series. They get this start here on offense. Good luck with aim assist behind that chair. That didn't look fun. But Huke and Ghosty packing a punch, able to take down 2. You did get the first bit of progress done, though, so they can't clear that. So some damage done at A for Thieves. Now they're grouping up towards B, and here's going to come the push. Huke going to be the point man. Huke going to get just dropped. His Envoy puts him down. Some tags in from Ghosty, but now just the comms in. Hey, boys, they are all over B.
Yeah, you can see you have a couple of players for LA Thieves just watching the flank, making sure nobody gets too aggressive. I mean, Octane just shoots through the door. I don't know if he spots him or what, but that's going to be 3 dead for OpTic. B about to be done. You can already see Envoy starting to transition over to A, so he knows. Well, doesn't know if they're all the way top A street, but he's got a good idea.
We gotta come up with some new wording, because every time you say watching the flank, I'm, that's Tommy doing.
The what?
You're watching the flank. I'm like, I just think of the watch party instantly. But my brain is a simple place, Joe. But that'll be B done, and gunfights win for Drazah and Envoy. Not quite able to snap back, but now, Joe, we get ready for this A point. What are you seeing on the mini-map?
Yeah, I mean, both teams just fighting over Mack. So there's only 1 player out in Dashy over towards top A. The rest of OpTic just watching the pinch, controlling spot. Nice kills here, and behind that should be everything that OpTic wants. Drazah just locking down the bar. Hasn't had the best game throughout this map. Only 5 kills. But it's just been so back and forth, and it continues to be that way. But OpTic now with 8 kills in a row.
Down 4 lives if you're Thieves. Taking their time. Looking for this next build-up. You can see at number 6 in Shotzzy, it's kind of lurking for maybe the long wrap. Now he's just going to take his time, and he's going to flank that push.
And he's going to hope his teammates over here lock this down. That's really it. Buys enough time, allows Shotzzy to work that pinch. There is a quick trade. LADs have top street control, so you see 1 player going to spawn there, but 35 seconds left. Similar to last round for OpTic. LADs are going to have to go soon, pull something off.
Can you get the 2-0 edge if you were OpTic? You win this map. We are battling. They're getting closer and closer. Another wave of kills, down to 10 lives if you are Thieves. But yeah, the clock, the bigger picture here. 20 seconds to go. Huke trying to get dead. He popped the hip fire, hits. Nice little snap and moving on to the next, but Envoy ready for the gunfight. Shotzzy. Then they're not able to quite avoid it, but the trades have been consistent from Texas. 14 versus 7, 7 seconds to go.
Oh, another trophy. He's able to take down 1, so that's going to allow LA Thieves an opening as Kenny is going to take him down, but Huke with a big flank as he finds 2. That's gonna buy time for his teammates to come off a spawn, but you still have Envoy, Drazah are here, and they are close. Finally, a contest is in. That is gonna buy time for OpTic.
Bro, these rounds have been nuts. And tucked away. The kills are through. Nobody close. OpTic able to clutch up and take the 2-0 edge now. But sheesh, the ends of these rounds.
These respawns have just, come down to the wire.
8 of the best players in the world just throwing haymakers.
Yeah, you had Drazah for about 15 to 20 seconds, like just trying to work the flank, waiting for his teammates to go, and then like when he finally gets there, he just doesn't get the gunfight that he wants. Was just waiting very patiently, but Ghosty was able to take him down. I mean, if Drazah is able to win that, like maybe there's a chance they 3-stack that and the round is done.
Well, he had such a good search. I mean, he's good in the map 1, but yeah, here I know it's like one of those things that not getting the gunfights he wants, not getting to his spots, but he's 6 and 14 and. I mean, I know we saw a lot of that at the last major, but here he's been terrific.
Yeah, the shot, it's a very balanced effort here for OpTic again. Going over towards A, off the break. The first bit of progress not in yet. There is going to be a contest. That's Envoy just trying to finesse and play his life. He's going to get involved with Kenny as they take down 2, but there's those trades. There's the tick.
How much more damage can you do? Trophy out, 4 in a row for Ghosty. Just showing off his moves, waiting for the next fight. Teammates picking up the kills, spotting 1. Octane working spa side. Good luck with that, Heady. Nice reposition there from Octane. He's on 18, leading the way in the lobby.
I actually love that from OpTic. I mean, they just leave Ghosty. He's able to get that second tick of progress done. Yeah. The rest of the team goes over to B. But the defense here for LA Thieves,
it just
doesn't matter. Shotzzy takes down both of them.
We were setting that up maybe a little bit differently, but then Shotzzy just beams too. Able to avoid the nade as well and get out with his life from a nade to a stun though. Just getting hit by everything in the kitchen sink. Which is Shotzzy regens to full. It doesn't last long. Octane, for the top theater window, lays him out.
Now you don't have either objective done, but because someone's been on the zone for so long, there's still a minute in the round. You have a 4-life advantage. So when they get done with B here, you have 2 minutes for 1 tick of progress.
That's actually like an absurd amount of time considering how long it feels like it's gone on. Like that's wild. Because usually when you got 2+ minutes, it's like you get a quick hit and you get a point right away, right? Like not the way that played out, but yeah, just on the point consistently, pausing the clock. Now, so much time to work with, but Octane still spa side, just making sure that is in control, and they get 3. So between Octane and Envoy, you put yourself in a position to get the defensive setup you want. I think it was 5 in a row popping up for Envoy, so maybe getting close to streaks.
Well, there definitely is the streak. That's going to be 7. Shotzzy's just hoping his teammates can get out of this trap, and so far they cannot. There's a couple of spawns though. Dashy spawns top street. That allows him to find Kenny. Kenny not ready for that gunfight, and then Drazah, he gets taken down. So maybe a chance here that's going to allow Shotzzy, who has been so patient on the pinch, to finally come out from hiding. He's going to take down 2 of the crews. Well, it will catch him, but Ghosty, he's going to be on A for about half a second.
Yeah, not for long before he falls. A nice flurry from Thieves.
Now
back to square 1 you go. And yeah, that's one thing that's going to happen as a consequence of, having 2 minutes, but so much time going in. You're fighting that whole time, so...
Well, actually, they were just getting trapped the whole time. That was really it. They could not get out. It's the SMGs for LA Thieves. It was Envoy, and this time it's Kenny.
45 to go. 5 lives left for OpTic. Do they have a heroic effort now with no respawns remaining to win this 3-0 and get to the hard point? Good start there from Ghosty. You die, you're gone. Dashy, a kill as well. Shotzzy ripped out of the mix. Now down to the other 3 players. Make it 2. As Octane, Sam LaRue is hitting right now. 28 and 15. 4 streak. My guy's not missing a bullet.
I'm thinking he's liking this map edition.
Yeah, he's been very, very, very good on it.
Problem is, though, they're still down 2-1 in the map. What a defensive hold for LA Thieves. They gave up. They gave up B. They gave up 2 ticks early over at A. didn't allow them to get to the point.
Yeah, it was that sort of like, you know, once they got A, I think it was right after that, it was like 2 for Envoy, 1 for OpTic. You got 3 down and kind of just got to take a breath, set up, and get your pen you wanted, and it seems like it worked out pretty efficiently.
No, it did. Yeah, I mean, they were just able to lock them down, and you had Shotzzy just sort of like, all right, guys, when you get out of there, like, I'll be able to help you, and then he does find 2, but the cruise was called in, so that took him out.
Yeah, he's feeling it right now.
There's gonna be a cruise for Octane. Gonna find the first one.
30 on the board for Octane. Streak to use. Kenny finding his pickings, and now maybe sweating a little bit if you were OpTic. Yeah, the 2-0 advantage, but a nice little break. You bring it back, though, with a wave of kills, but very close to the second bit of progress. Nice snap there from Octane, but Huke just melted him.
Little retake there. And then on the other side of the map, you've had Envoy just trying to lurk a couple of times on their offensive rounds around A ramp.
Both there?
But I mean, Dashy's just able to win those gunfights a couple of times, so that makes sure nothing is going wrong over at A. They retake B sooner or later behind nades, behind the SMGs, and that's exactly what happens.
Nade backs him up for now, and Huke just continues to hold. Gets a little bit of a pre-fire tag in. It's just Vastus trying to take some fights at range. But Shotzzy does get one. Not on the point for now. Just 40 seconds to go. OpTic in a good position. You're up 3 lives. Not a ton of progress. You have map control here by B. You got 4 down. This is where you win the game. This is where you win the game. Don't give them a chance. Don't give them an extra minute. Lock them in. Push this to a map 4. Take a sip of that Starbucks coffee on the counter.
It's going to be 2 dead for OpTic, but can LADs get to a point? Shotzzy playing his life 5 in a row. It was a great defense by LADs, I think, followed up by another one for OpTic this time through. Drazah will be at B, but he's going to have to win a 1-on-1 versus Huke. Well, it was a 2-on-1. Couple of seconds left. Is anyone going to be able to get there? Not getting there. Now OpTic in the series.
I mean, maybe not how we thought it was going to go, but we thought this would be a battle, and that is the map win that you desperately needed. I mean, obviously, you lose that one, you're gone in the series if you're OpTic, but they step it up. Maybe shock Thieves on Expo. What was the big difference for them? What do you like from the OpTic side of that map?
Well, I think round 1 got them going, right? Just being able to clutch up and steal an offensive round win.
The first 2 were crazy.
Yeah, like, they were crazy for sure.
So just having the ice kind of in those late round moments in those first 2?
Oh, no doubt about it. Yeah, I think that gives them that momentum, and then, you know, just even right there, their defense so stellar. Like, even when LADs feels like they have map control, you look at that round number 4, it was a 3-4 dead for OpTic. They took care of business. They didn't allow Kenny to get in the lobby. Able to find those kills.
Yeah, it's like at the end, like no hesitation, go for the jugular. Like you got that 4 down. They know the situation. You watch those white arrows fly. 0 hesitation, pin them in, close it out, and they do just that. Drazah struggles on the map. Big one from Octane. Obviously, he was popping off. Any particular reason why you think maybe Drazah struggled a little bit?
I mean, I just think sometimes, you know, this game you can get put in the blender.
So especially when it's this competitive, like you look at the players across both sides. You don't have easy gunfights. You don't have the position. Good luck. You're trying to peel a super talented player off ahead of you. It's not going to be easy to do, but OpTic, they stay alive.
Well, they stay alive, but now they get to their hard point.
Yeah, their hard point pick, and they've been the best hard point team in the world. And you think for Thieves pick, they won it by what, 5? If I'm OpTic, I'm thinking, all right, our turn to punch back.
Yeah, OpTic are 9-0 on Mercado hardpoint with Ghosty. Since he's joined this roster, they just played LA Thieves on it. It was 250 to 200, a very back and forth battle. And you think this would be a good map for, you know, LA Thieves? You know, very, you know, sort of rotation heavy, a lot of teamwork. Put those ARs in power positions, but OpTic, it's just been their bread and butter.
Yeah, they have been truly, truly special there. Now it's a chance to go. You ended our hard point streak. Now our turn to come in and lay out. I feel like every player had their moment to shine within that. You know, you mentioned the scary scary into that round one. If they don't win the gunfight, the trophy kills them. Like, oh, who knows how that plays out. I mean, it was a nutty moment. This is how our series has played out thus far. I mean, the hard point, a nail biter. The Surge Fortress, not really all that close at all. And then Expo, I mean, it's a 3-1 scoreline, but there were some wild. Outside that final round, I mean, everything was hyper competitive within the rounds.
Yeah, a couple of takes here, a couple of kills here and there.
Yeah.
That's a difference maker between these two teams. But series is going to continue. I think everybody's happy about that, probably except for LA fans.
Yeah. No,
I'm excited to see these guys play another respawn.
Well, no, you know, during the interview beforehand, I kind of joked with Bruce if it was a, you know, Game 5, Round 11, like him versus Kenny, what's he feeling? He's like, I just hope it doesn't go that far. Like, I'm not trying to have it go the distance, but well, you go down 0-2, you're going to a Game 5 regardless if you make this run, if you are OpTic. So it's going to be a stressful one. You're going to feel the pressure. Not a situation they've had a ton of lately. They've just been rolling through teams, whether it's been scrims, whether it's been the qualifier. They have been putting people in body bags. Here you're going to have to do it the hard way. It's a little bit different.
Yeah, but as we said, this has just been their map. If we do get to a map number 5, man, LA Thieves, it just really feels like their Search and Destroy has hit another level this stage, or especially this event. You can tell that they're well prepped. They've been putting a lot more time into it. Well, we'll see if we get there.
Well, that was always going to be, you know, kind of the problem. Sometimes when you're a very, very good hardpoint team, you know, if you come out and lose the map one, it's like, okay. And not that OpTic have been slouches by any means in control or search. I mean, they've been well-rounded, but that's been their dominant force. And you lose that map one, but now we take a look at Mercado, and you mentioned they've been undefeated since the Ghosty acquisition, but 12-3 overall on the year. We get ready to party here on Mercado.
Was that first rotation, third in break for them? So even when they're getting out-rotated majority of the time, they're still finding those kills. But here we go, game number 4. On board with Shotzzy.
Toss him!
You're hearing the frags going off, trying to find those nade spots. I love the extra prep. But Octane, he had a great map 3, and well, starts off with 2.
Hey, nice nades, bros. Here's the gunny.
Well, there's a gunny.
Yeah, sure was. Just clean from Dashy. I mean, he is just fun to watch, man. Some of the cleaner aim you will ever see. Guy's a freak of nature.
He does it again. He's able to find Octane off a spawn as they are fighting for P2 control. You still have one, make it 2 players over here for Lee. No, Lee is just lucky he ran out of bullets.
This map, dude, it's something about, like, you know, you don't have a ton of those like super long range fights. It's just like real medium range kind of attack. And like when I see Dashy with it, it's just like, I don't know. He's different, bro.
Well, yeah,
That's 3 for
like,
Drazah,
hey,
though.
Yeah, check out my tack, dude.
Yeah, anything you can do, I can do better. He pops off.
Maybe not. Okay, I don't know what's happening.
Thank you, Octane, for the grenade.
Here we go. All about P2 rotation, and LA Thieves, they've held on to it. They've held on to it, but the pressure is here right away.
Wow.
Ghosty with the headshot able to connect, but the rest of LA Thieves are there for the trade. So that is going to be 3 dead. All of OpTic have to push from hedges.
This matchup is just nuts, bro. Everyone is just so talented. Like, you're either like world star or getting world star. Like, holy hell! Shout out headshot multipliers. But nice little streak here from Octane, out to 6-3. Nothing to write hell about as far as the league goes, but you got a solid one, a chance to build upon it here. Get up 60 or so, and Envoy chopping through them like a knife to butter.
This is where it gets interesting, right? We've seen this a couple of times this tournament, Mercado. You chain a couple of hills together. That isn't when it gets scary. A big fight here at P3. Drazah, he's going to spawn his teammate on him, an Envoy. Kenny's going to spawn dark, so LA Thieves, it looks like they're going to win this rotation. You still have Octane all the way across the map. The frag will connect. So maybe not out of it yet, as Shotzzy and Ghosty just flying on in. But it is all ready to kill feed.
They keep getting kills. Drazah and Envoy, they had to hold it at 2 versus 3, and they do just that. Now, not out of it yet. You know, Spawn's still coming in close, still trying to fly across. Octane will get caught kind of in the back street, trying to get in position to help his squad. The audio there and on point for Envoy. The streak will end at 5, and now the break comes in with 35 seconds remaining on the hard point, but a quick contest on through.
Yeah, nobody able to find full control. Bro. Finally, that's going to be all 4 dead as Drazah and Octane with the tax off his spawn.
I'm stressed out watching this. Like,
but get right back to it. But OpTic, they know they got to lock down P4. So we head over to Barbershop. Nice shots from Dashy onto Kenny. LA Thieves able to chain a couple of hills together, but another full 60 here for OpTic to right back in the game.
Up 90. What a start from Thieves. I mean, this is what we've been watching OpTic do to everybody in hardpoint. This is where you show what you're made of. You try to bounce back. Ghosty has been a vocal leader for this team. They need him in a big way. But the kills go in the way of Thieves. They're able to get on and it was Drazah, I believe, that picked up two lovely shots from Ghosty on the mid-cross. And back into the point they go.
Yeah, I mean, there were so many trades where you didn't have full control if you were LA Thieves.
Yeah.
You still had the close garage spawn for OpTic, so they get right back into it. Drazah, though, pulls out. The Bance has the attack in the back pocket. There we go, 4 dead, 20 seconds to go with it. LA Thieves. Octane, he's gonna spawn up dark. But you already have a player in Huke.
So
over towards 10.
Talk to each other. It's starting to get one of those kind of scary score lines. You're down about 100. Are you worried about a map like Mercado and a team like OpTic, or is there maybe a moment, a string of hard points where they really got to step it up?
I think the next 3 hard points. I don't think 100 points. Like, yeah, it's scary on the scoreboard, but not on Mercado hard point, because if you win a couple of rotations, that evaporates immediately. Okay, patio, maybe not the money hill you're looking at, but we'll see if LA Thieves they find another break.
Feels like they need to start getting some kills if you're OpTic, but you're 15-7 if you're Envoy. Sometimes when you're casting there or watching, it just feels like the kill feed feels like one color. It's just been awfully red. Yeah, you got 4 and 15 out of Huke, 5 and 14 out of Shotzzy. I mean, their sub duo has been put inside a coffin in the opening of this Mercado. Coffin for 2, just tucked them away, 6 feet deep. Thieves popping off, up 100 to a listen, and we go.
I'm in tunnel corner.
They're gonna be hedges, bro. They're gonna be hedges. I spawned here. Bruce is still here. Nice.
Hedge or fucking.
You guys push out. I got time.
I'm counting this out. Deep 10, bro.
I have time.
That's fine. You have time?
Tunnel's gonna be open.
I hear you. I'm looking sick with him.
Another 10 on me.
All right, tunnel's open, guys.
I'm all 10, bro. I'm all 10.
Yeah, we're shooting.
Give me tunnel, bro.
Back right, Dill. Back right. One shot.
Oh my god.
I gotta give it to him.
You're good. I needed it. I'm getting slow.
I'm letting you come close.
I have a low. Hold the door.
Hey, give it.
Have top door.
Low me. Low me.
Nice.
Low me.
I go.
Dead. I'm on top, bro.
I'm up. Two.
One with top right.
Absolute.
Hey, I'm coming.
There's 2 tunnel. He jumped stairs.
There's a top left. He's sitting on the top of left.
You can take your time.
I'm trying to get top.
Maybe that.
He's top left. Yeah, I hear you. I spawned here. No, Hey, I turned it.
On the top, bro. You're not telling me top. Keep it out.
Top left. Wait.
Right. There's 2.
Reset. We're
Okay,
gonna
I'm
hit this.
living.
That's him.
Play this time.
Needed time.
He's top
waiting,
left.
bro.
I'm gonna work at mid, bros.
I'll try to start. I got one time. Another one there.
RB weak.
Give me stairs.
RB. Nice. One Navy. One shot.
Yo, behind us, why do you locate? One shot closet. RB one shot.
I'm shouting. Do the right. Nice.
All right.
You're
I'm weird, bro.
Yeah, what's behind you?
Closet. One shot RV. One shot RV. Bros. Long RV. They're all storage, bro.
Storage one shot. I stuck one, I think. I got one.
All storage, bro. All storage.
Left. He's
weak. Closet.
We don't have the rest of time, bros. We don't have the rest of time. Play kill.
He's in closet land down, bro.
I'm time one shot.
I'm hard. So he's running me in.
Enter.
Get up.
Nice.
I mean, a few times you heard it slow down, but for the most part, they are locked and there is passion flowing in these comms.
Maybe a little too much passion. Yeah. I mean, pretty hectic there. I mean, you can feel the pressure of this series. How mad they want to win it. I like Drazah just say, all right, let's reset a couple of times. Kenny wins some big plays.
That was the moment, the let's reset, where it was the first time I heard someone with like a normal voice.
Yeah, like let's relax a little bit. I mean, Kenny and Octane were they were spitting. But after the first 7 hills, you still have LA Thieves, up around 90. And I think that was big. Going from P6 to P7, because OpTic, they were able to break P6, but did not chain it with P7. That was behind Kenny's 2 pieces. We go back to P1 now, 40 points away from winning this series and putting them in the final.
I just don't know how you expect to win if you're Texas when you've got Shotzzy on 8 and 23, 11-22 out of Huke. Like, just this raw slang right now out of the Thieves, they are dominating from that side of it. And I'm not sure if it's just the passion in the gunny, the early setups, like, they've just been catching them and frying them.
Well, I think
They're going
really
fishing.
Just making sure that those guys don't get doing it.
Kenny with
three, and that's on rotation, so 10 seconds left. They're going to make sure they have P2 locked down. They know all of OpTic are off a spawn. And here we go. This could be it. This could be the series.
Another win from Ken, 5 in a row. On the point is Thieves. Ability to close it out here. It's a Deddy reposition now from Kenny from the top rope. He goes and Shotzzy just annihilates him. And while he's winning that gunfight, considering the overall scoreboard, but maybe that's what you need to get going and pull off some miraculous comeback. Here's the break. It is on board. Can you get it done if you're Texas and bring it back from down, what, 120 at its most?
I mean, I can't believe they got on this hill. I thought with Kenny just pushing out with so much map position that they were going to be able to lock that down a little bit. But that doesn't happen. Now maybe a chance for LA Thieves to try to break, but Dashy and Huke locking it down. You gotta think about the rotation. If you're LA Thieves, that's what Drazah is doing. You're hanging on if
break
you are
by
OpTic.
break, hold by hold. Chip away at this. It's at one of those points where it gets scary. Every second they get just closer to that 250 mark. You are asking for absolute perfection out of Texas right now. Can they hit another gear? Basically an instant contest. You just allow 1 point to come through quickly for Los Angeles Thieves. But there's the flurry of kills. They're able to take out 3-15 now away. Spawning out is Texas. This could be the chokehold. They can put him out here, catching him quickly in rotation. Gun up, ready to fry is Drazah. 2 in front. Damage in. Back to the point. 3 to go. Nobody close. Good night. Thieves take this series and against an unbeaten team in Hardpoint. A wild stretch. They win both maps 1 and 4. Thieves are clicking.
And I like that reaction as well, because I think they have a good idea. They might be playing these guys again here in a little bit, maybe in a best of 7 in our final. But impressive stuff in those in the hard points. And I mean, we talked about Drazah struggling in map 3. What, 28 and 15, I think. Yeah, 28 and 15 from him in this map 4. But the slaying just so one-sided.
I mean, you're like 28 and 57, I believe, is a sub duo.
I think that could have been a lot worse. I think Thieves still made some mistakes in that map. I think if the kills go the way of OpTic a little bit more, there's a chance they win that map. But you kind of heard it in the comms, just very hectic.
I think, like, listen, Texas has been able to win maps when they're getting outslayed, win maps when somebody has a slow map. I just don't know that you can get it done on that map with like 2 of them just going double neg. No, I mean, that's too much for any team to overcome, I think. You can't get the win.
Yeah, 12.
But I hear you. I mean, when you see, you told me Shotzzy was 12 and 30, I'm like, all right, they got blown out. I mean, it's what it is. He just has a rough map. And I'm not sure if he was just struggling to get locked, pace was a little bit different, or what it was, but he couldn't get into his flow state. That's for sure.
Yeah, you gotta give props to LA Thieves, though. Just making sure sort of the trades are on point, because I think when those guys get going, it's behind the multi-kills. It's when the Deddies are resetting. And if you're hitting a couple of shots in those players, make sure there is a trade.
Well, they just thrive when they're not in the blender. You know, you're spawning a lot, you're getting a couple kills here, a couple kills there. You just get flowing, but when you're only finding 12 kills, like, you never had a chance to get into that rhythm, ever. Like, they never allowed it. And I don't think it was like a specific thing trying to shut him down per se, but you completely take him out of it. Very impressive from Thieves, and you and I chat about it every year, man. Like, late in the year, they start to hit that form, and they're starting to get there. I asked Kenny yesterday, like, are you there yet? He said, maybe not yet, but we're getting close.
Yeah.
You saw it there, but this is how the bracket looks right now, Joe.
Yeah, LA Thieves going to put themselves in our championship in the final. Download coming up next, we have FaZe in New York, but OpTic, they'll be down there in that elimination final. Like I said, I think you saw sort of a calmer reaction from LA Thieves, because that could be a rematch.
Yeah, well, I think you just have a lot of, just going back to champs these past couple of years, like Thieves and FaZe, there's just always chatter there. Like, you saw Drazah getting pretty loud during that, but we've got Drazah. He is on the flank. Excited to hear what he's got to say. Tommy, take it away, boys.
There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? I'm joined by Drazah from the Los Angeles Thieves. I mean, Zach, talk to me, man. You're in the grand finals. You just took down OpTic Texas. Obviously, they were undefeated in the stage online. How does it feel to get a big W?
Yeah, it feels great, especially with our S&D performance against them. They picked Fortress, and I feel like we played it really, really well. And a super close map 1. And honestly, like, we should have 3-0'd them. I just could not get a kill map 3, honestly.
Yeah,
like,
you were struggling. You bounced back,
exactly. I had to bounce back on the map 4 because we're not going game 5. Like, I had to super lock in because I could not get a kill map 3.
I like that, man. Go ahead, Chris.
You've been hitting an obscene form this stage. You've been looking really good in Search and Destroy. On the contrary to the last stage, what have you been doing in preparation for this stage and this major? Because you've turned it around completely.
Yeah, honestly, I've been just playing a lot more SD8s, and that's kind of was my thing in Vanguard as well. It was a lot more people to play with. Like, we were playing with Hawk and other people like that. So it's been a little bit harder to find SD8s, but I feel like just playing SD8s, I'm just learning and being way more comfortable in uncomfortable situations. And that's where, like, I feel like I'm at my best. And I've always been the best SD player in the world, so I'm back at the form. And I feel like the H just helped me get comfortable.
I think Adam Sloss has some words to say
Yeah,
about that.
I want to ask one more S&D question. We had Fortress S&D map too. We've seen you guys play it a couple of times. You guys have had some tough losses. It seems like today you came in with more aggression. Was that the game plan, or just kind of how the flow of things happened as you got in the map?
Yeah, it was more. I think it was just the game plan of, like, you know, we've been talking about S&D for a minute. Obviously, like, we weren't too good at it and we were losing a number of situations. I just feel like we've been talking about, like, hey, if in S&D is very simple. If they take something, they have to give something up. So we've just been working on taking, like, whenever letting them cross the bomb and then working plays on the side map or challenging them while they're on bomb. So I feel like we've been working really well with that, and that's really been helping our S&D.
Well, Zach, you're in the grand finals. Is there any team in particular you want to play, or do you really not care?
Honestly, FaZe or OpTic, and that's no offense to New York, but you know, those OpTic right now, they're really good. Obviously, we beat them there, and honestly, map 3, I got fried. I got fried.
It's all good. It's all good.
You know, obviously, I'd love to play FaZe again. You know, we got that beef and whatnot. But, I mean, anyone, it doesn't really matter to me. I'm just excited to watch a few matches and get back into it.
Yes, sir. Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Congrats, man.
Thank
Good
you.
luck to you. All
Thank
right,
you.
best of luck. And Desk, back over to you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. With that win, you are going to see LA Thieves lock up another spot in a grand finals. First time doing that since they won the World Championship in 2022, making that winner's bracket run. That was our Monster Energy player spotlight. I want to get your thoughts, though. When have you seen Drazah this confident? He just claimed to be the #1 S&D player on the planet.
Drazah's always confident. I'll put that out there right now. Drazah is always confident. I do want to say, though, the streak has been broken. If any team was going to do it, it was LA Thieves.
No hardpoint record for OpTic.
Yeah, no hardpoint record for OpTic. These were two of the best hardpoint teams going at it. And in that map number 4, I didn't feel like it. LA Thieves had one job. They needed to out-rotate OpTic Texas on that map mode where they were the #1 team in rotation. And they did what they needed to do. They out-rotated them in almost every single hill. And they're the #2 hold team on that map mode as well. So just some great vetoes and some great plays at LA Thieves.
Nameless, last time these two played, it was just 2 weeks ago in our qualifiers, right? It was a 3-1 with almost a reverse image of the scores. You saw it was OpTic dominating the hard points. Today, Thieves beat OpTic in a game mode they just won 11 times in a row. They didn't do it once, they do it twice. What's going on with LA Thieves? How did they find the solution to the SMGs from OpTic Texas?
Yeah, so, I mean, there is a lot to unpack with a series like that. I know a lot of you OpTic fans just watched that and you're like, what the hell just went down? Well, for LA Thieves, I mean, they've always been a formidable team. We talk about their fundamentals, but today it seemed like something changed up in their gameplay, like a lot of tight setups. When you think about that first map, I mean, it was a very close game, but Thieves had some of the most immaculate setups that we saw. Just some of their plans, like prioritizing P3 in the way that they played it, having Drazah in the back, playing for those kills, neutralizing Shotzzy, having Octane watching the water. They had just great setups and execution on these plays, and for the SMGs on OpTic, it was so tough for them to go up against. Usually what you're used to seeing is Shotzzy or Huke getting a kill, popping Deady, staying alive, and being a nuisance. At no point throughout the series were they able to do that. They got shut down by the tight setups and trading out of LA Thieves. Excellent gameplay.
And I would really like to tip my hat to not only the players, but the coaches that helped in the process of the vetoes as well for the LA Thieves.
Yeah.
Typically, LA prefer to get rid of Fortress SMG. It's not one of their better maps. They're 2 and 5. Like, usually they want that map out of the series, but because they have gone against OpTic beforehand and they did the VOD review, they felt comfortable going toe-to-toe because all they did was counter everything that OpTic Texas did.
Yeah.
They tried to send 2 players to P1 side. Octane's there holding the pre-aim. The nades to get Shotzzy out of top boat in maps because they know that there's going to be a player there waiting for the hop-up. I just have to tip my hat to the work put into LA Thieves for this matchup.
LA Thieves have been grinding, and the grind is paying off dividends. Already $120,000 in the bank. There's
still playing for the 200K and, of course, the trophy here at Major 4. We got to go to commercial break. When we come back, we've got another battle. But first, start your digital collection today with the 2021 Call of Duty League trading cards by Upper Deck, the official trading card partner of the CDL. Scan that QR code on your screen today. And, of course, keep your phone out because we've got the CDL shop open right now. We've got your jerseys, your hoodies, and more, all at shop.callofdutyleague.com. 4 teams entering Sunday. At the end of our next battle, we'll be down to the final 3. Don't go anywhere. It's Atlanta FaZe taking on New York Subliners when we come back.